There she goes. All this is just an old work shirt. Starts gets the smoker going pretty good. Get the fabric lit well. Drop her in there and feed her some air. I like to puff it until the smoke ignites. And then I use wood chips, or pellets more rather. You could probably put wood chips in there, but they'd probably burn way too quick. I think that most of the wood chip, at least the wood chips I'm thinking of, are made out of pine. You don't want to use pine. That stuff would burn up in no time probably. I like using these wood pellets because they're only about $4 a bag. And they stay lit for a long time. If you filled up this whole smoker, you could probably work bees all day long. And maybe have to reload it one time. Maybe. See down in there? Get those pellets going a little bit. Still got quite a bit of t-shirt left in there. Got some flame coming up. Keep on throwing the pellets to it. Once you get these pellets going, you get a little bit of a base built in here with the pellets. Then you can really fill it up. There we go. That's what you want to see right there. As soon as you see that fire or the smoke clear away, that means you got enough heat in there to ignite the smoke. And it burns cleaner. Just like that. That's whenever you want to start adding more pellets. Put a handful or two in there at a time. Keep on giving it some puppies. Oh yeah, bud. Oh yeah, bud. She's a smoker there, eh? Can't hardly breathe. That's some thick smoke. These are just oak pellets too. So the smoke off of it is really thick. That's some good smoke right there. I'll get this bad boy to ignite one more time. See if we can see down in there maybe. Yeah, we don't quite have, I can see, I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but I can see down in there. I don't see any black in the center, so we need to keep on working it. So we get those wood pellets heated up all the way to the top, and then we'll fill it up. Okay, I think we're there now. Smoke's getting really thick, and it just ignited on me a second ago. See if I can get it to burn the smoke. Yep, there it goes. See how clear it gets? That's whenever you know you got enough heat. So now we're going to fill it up the rest of the way. I got 10 hives out here in the timber yard. For now, I'm going to turn that into 20 this growing season. And a month ago, 4 of these hives were, I'd equalized these hives out here, but a month ago, at the very end of March, the very beginning of March, I put seconds on these hives, on a few of these hives. There was 4 hives out here I put seconds on. Well, we got a really cold spell. It got down to 15 or 16 degrees 2 nights in a row. And lo and behold, it didn't. I thought I was going to end up killing those hives for some reason because it got so cold and I gave them too much room too early. Long story short, they did just fine. And then the other 6, we put the second deep box on top of them with 4 drawn combs in the middle, each box. Probably, I think it was a week after I did the first 4. But anyways, the goal for today, this will be 2 weeks I haven't checked these hives, and it is April 10th today. We're going to check for swarm cells. Last time I checked them, they did have brood up in the top box, but I want to see if they're drawing any comb yet. I don't think they're on much of a nectar flow yet. The wild cherries just started blooming about a week ago. And there are a lot of cherry trees out here in the timber. So hopefully they've at least put away some food, nectar-wise. But we're basically going to be doing a little bit of swarm checking. So, last thing I like to do, since you're using those wood pellets, you got to put something above them. That way they don't fall out whenever you tip your smoker forward to smoke your bees. I like to take any kind of natural debris off the ground, especially if it's wet. It just rained about 1 inch last night, and it'll help hold all these pellets down into your smoker. That's all I'm going to put in there, because I actually probably put too many in there, but just for example, I'm just going to leave that much room today. I'm going to fill the top full of debris off the ground, like leaves and grass and such. Boom shakalaka. Stuff that stuff into the top. That'll hold your pellets down quite nicely. Still lets the smoke come up through just fine. Now we're ready to go to work. Well, bam. If y'all haven't bought, I don't know what y'all's favorite smoker is, but I mean, it's pretty hard to beat these guys here, right? I just bought this one to use for this season for the first time. It, by far, it's the second or third smoker I've got so far, and this is definitely my favorite. This big Day-Dent with the heat shield on the back. I mean, you can, I'm putting my hand right against that, holding my skin onto that heat shield, and it's warm, but it's not burning me by any means. It's probably 85 degrees, something like that, you know, 80, 90 degrees, I would say. Now, if you sit here and smoke this nonstop, it'll probably get hot, but if you're using it like you're supposed to use it, that's working really good for a heat shield. So even if you get they make a smaller version of this too. I think this is a 10-inch. They make a 7-incher, you know, it's a little shorter. It has a heat shield on it, so if you want a smaller smoker, they still make a smaller one with that heat shield on there. All right, let's get to work. What a pretty dogwood. Spring has sprung indeed. Like I said, it's April 10th. Right now, the wild cherries in my area are what's blooming. There's still some henbit. Gosh, what else is blooming right now? The blackberries are on the verge of blooming. I'm wanting to say another week or two. The oak trees are starting to pollen, put their little pollen strands out and all that. They're starting to make leaves a little bit. It is go time. So I'm going to be operating the camera with my nose today again. I got my gloves on. I just saw pollen going in the entrance, which is awesome. There's still dandelions around and such. There's a whole bunch of pollen sources, so they're definitely in brood rearing mode. So we're going to go through these hives. I'm going to pop the second box off of them, tilt them up, and see if they're making swarm cells. Today is all about swarm control and basically food checks. I want to see how much brood they have in these top boxes as well, because I'm going to be making splits off these hives, and more or less I'm just going to set these boxes off to the other side of the pallet, and that's going to be my split eventually. Right, I'm going to try and time it right as the honey flow starts, and I'm going to keep the original queen, the original hive. I've got some drawn comb supers at home for honey supers. So this yard is going to be all about timing when it comes to making splits. Come on, nose. I really don't want to take these gloves off every time I gotta push a button on the phone, you know what I'm saying? Hilarious. Okay, well, apparently I'm just gonna take the glove off. bear with me, y'all. All right, to give you all my AI summary of my hive's condition so far, those first 4 that I just hyperlapsed for y'all have about 7 to 8 frames of brood, plenty of food, 2 or 3 frames of brood in the top box, no swarm cells, plenty of room for expansion. There's a lot of bees in there, but they're not congested yet. But there has been a lot of capped brood, so there's going to be a big hatch within the next 2 to 3 weeks, which is going to line up out here really well with the honey flow, because we got about, I think, I'm guessing 2 weeks, 10 to 14 days is my guess on whenever the black locust trees out here are going to start popping open. So next weekend's going to probably be more eventful than today, but I'm going to run through these last 6 real quick, and I'll let you guys know if I find any swarm cells or any Interessante goodies. All right, I'll let you guys know what happened here. Now I can take my gloves off. Hive 1 through 6 was almost all identical. The one with the green lid right there, I call her my breeder hive because their temperament is so gentle. They don't run around on the frames or nothing. They just keep on doing what they're doing. They don't buzz around my face, blah, blah, blah. They're really good bees. All these hives have like 7 to 9 frames of bees in them, or brood, I mean. I had to make one split down there. That hive down there didn't even have much population at all. I mean, they weren't like, way behind or anything, but they had, I think, 6 or 7 frames of brood. But then I started seeing queen cells that they're drawn out with larvae in them, so they're making swarm cells. And one of them was probably within 2 days of being capped, so they were going to swarm pretty soon. So I split them, and I put that lid in front of the split. I found the queen, took her out of the original hive, moved her to the right side of the pallet, put a lid in front of the entrance to try and get the foragers to reorientate to that new entrance. The next hive, actually the last 3 hives, all got checkerboarded. They all had 9 or 10 frames of brood between the top and bottom box. So, but none of them had any swarm cells. So they had plenty of food on hand. I checkerboarded them all really well. So yeah, I'm happy with how everything's going so far. Everybody's good on food. Very low tendency to swarm right now. I'm pretty sure that hive I split today swarmed on me last year whenever I couldn't get out here to check them for a week or 2. But I plan on requeening everybody by raising queens from that breeder queen hive. I'm going to try and get all my hives to where they have that same temperament, so I can hopefully work them barehanded without fear of being stung 15 times. Because that last hive down with the yellow lid, they are hot. If I came out here, last time I was out here, I didn't have smoke with me. My gosh, they chased me down this road 100 yards. I just took off walking, and all I had on was my veil, which was pretty dumb, but all I was doing that day, I thought I could just get through these hives real quick. I was just popping the second box up and looking underneath the frames to see if they were raising brood upstairs yet or not, and they were, but that last hive didn't want me checking them, so they're very defensive, and I don't care for that. I mean, it's good in a way, but not to the beekeeper as far as being able to work the hive goes. So they're going to get re-queened along with everybody else, I think, this year, as long as I got the time to do it. So, I got to roll. I'll check you all later. Happy beekeeping.